So I told you earlier this week that obviously there are no trade deals actually being worked out by this administration. They have been unable to list a single country, to list a single condition, even if they kept the country anonymous. They've got nothing. And yet they repeatedly tell us we've got stuff. But one of the biggest lies they've told us, that of course was debunked by China itself, is that we're talking to China daily. Not just we've talked to China, we've had a few conversations. We have been told by Donald Trump, by Caroline Leavitt, and by other members of the Trump administration, including Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick, they have explicitly told us we are having negotiations and talks with China daily. And of course, that was completely unbelievable. Again, China came out and said, we haven't talked to anybody. But, that's the Communist Party of China telling us they're not working on negotiations. Of course, they're going to lie. But you know who doesn't lie? People under oath. And this week, the House Oversight Committee was doing an oversight hearing on the U.S. Treasury Department. And so they had to bring in Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent. And Bessent finally admitted that, yeah, nobody's talked to China at all. Like, not even once. Here's how that went down. He was asked a question by Republican Representative David Joyce of Ohio. And the question was, Secretary, let's fast forward a year. Where do you see the U.S. with respect to tariffs and the overarching strategy? Do you anticipate all trade deals being bilateral, or could there be multi-country trade pacts of which groups of countries agreed to a tariff schedule? And Bessent decided to answer by saying this, basically, hey, where's the trade war go? What could deals look like is the question. And Bessent not only couldn't answer the question, but he also admitted his own administration is lying to us by saying, quote, there will be path dependent. This will be path dependent on our trade partners. As I said before, there are 18 very important trading relationships. We're currently negotiating with 17 of those trading partners. China, we have not engaged in negotiations with as of yet. So I expect that we can see a substantial reduction in the tariffs that we are being charged, as well as non-tariff barriers, currency manipulation, and the subsidies of both labor and capital investment. First and foremost, again, you didn't even answer the question. You're just that's going to be path dependent. Yeah, but if you've got these trade deals worked out, if you're having negotiations with these 17 countries, couldn't you have at least said it doesn't look like we're going to have any, multi-country trade deals based on what we have going so far?